Welcome to the Bricks Lab. We're deconstructing history.
You eat them every single day. But did you know the sandwich was born in a gambling den? Meet John Montague, the fourth Earl of Sandwich. A man so addicted to cards he refused to leave the table. He needed a meal he could eat with one hand. No fork. No plate. Just meat between two slices of bread. This simple request changed culinary history forever. But was he actually the first? The truth is much older. We go back to the 1st century BC, to Hillel the Elder, a famous Jewish leader who created the Hillel sandwich. He combined lamb, bitter herbs, and nuts between two pieces of matzah. It was a ritual for Passover, symbolizing the sacrifice. Centuries later, in the Middle Ages, people used trenchers. These were thick slabs of stale bread used as plates. The bread soaked up the meat juices and grease. The rich threw them to the dogs. The poor ate them up. Was this a sandwich? Technically, it's the precursor. But it lacked the lid that defines the modern version. In the Eastern Mediterranean, pita bread was already a pocket. People were stuffing meat into flatbreads for millennia. So why does the British Earl get all the credit? Because he gave it a name that went global. And he did it during a 24-hour gambling binge. Wait until you see how this sandwich became a viral trend in 1762. London, 1762. The Enlightenment is in full swing. John Montague is the first Lord of the Admiralty. He's busy, but mostly he just loves playing cribbage. He orders his valet, "Bring me salt beef between bread." What? To keep his fingers grease-free for the cards. His friends saw it and said, "I'll have the same as sandwich." Just like that, a brand was born in a gentleman's club. The trend spread to London's coffee houses and pubs. Before this, eating with your hands was seen as lower class. The Earl made it cool for the aristocracy. By 1765, the word sandwich appeared in a dictionary. It was the ultimate 18th century life hack. But across the pond, Americans weren't buying it yet. In fact, they hated anything associated with British titles. So, how did it become the American staple we know? It took a cookbook and a revolution in baking. And the invention of something we take for granted today. The bread part was actually the biggest problem. American cookbooks didn't mention sandwiches until 1815. Even then, they were tiny, dainty snacks for tea parties. Then came the Industrial Revolution. Workers needed portable, high-calorie meals for the factory. The sandwich moved from the parlor to the lunchbox. By the late 1800s, the ham sandwich was a street food king. But cutting bread by hand was a total nightmare. Every slice was a different thickness. It was messy. Enter Otto Rohwedder in 1928, the man who changed everything. He invented the automatic bread slicing machine. Bakers thought it was a fad that wouldn't last. But Wonder Bread took a chance on it in 1930. Sales skyrocketed. Uniform slices meant perfect sandwiches. This is literally where the greatest thing since sliced bread comes from. Suddenly, kids could make their own lunch easily. Which led to the rise of the most iconic sandwich ever, the PB&J. But do you know why it became a wartime staple? The U.S. Army actually invented the PB&J combo. World War II. Peanut butter and jelly were on the ration list. They provided protein, sugar, and didn't spoil in the heat. Soldiers came home and demanded it for their families. Meanwhile, other cultures were perfecting their own versions. In Vietnam, the banh mi was born from French influence. A baguette filled with pâté, cilantro, and chili. In Italy, the panini was becoming a grilled masterpiece. In Mexico, the tortoise used bolillo bread for massive fillings. Sandwiches became a canvas for cultural identity. Every country had a bread with stuff in it tradition. But then came the club, the king of the hotel sandwich. 3 layers of bread held together by a toothpick. Legend says it was invented at a Saratoga gambling club. Notice a pattern? Sandwiches and gambling go hand in hand. It's the ultimate food for someone who doesn't want to stop. But as they got bigger, a legal debate started brewing. Is a taco a sandwich? Is a hot dog a sandwich? A Massachusetts judge actually had to rule on this in court. In 2006, a court case involved a Panera Bread and a Qdoba. Panera had a contract saying no other sandwich shop could move in. Qdoba sold burritos. Panera sued to stop them. The judge ruled, a burrito is not a sandwich. What? Because it uses a single tortilla, not 2 slices of bread. This opened the floodgates for this sandwich alignment chart. Where do you stand? Is a Pop-Tart a sandwich? Today we consume 300 million sandwiches every single day. That's enough to circle the earth several times over. From the Earls salt beef to the $200 Wagyu sando. It is the most versatile food delivery system in history. It fits in a pocket, a lunchbox, or a silver platter. The sandwich isn't just food, it's an engineering marvel. Portable, customizable, and endlessly evolving. But there is one sandwich that is technically illegal in some places. That's the cannibal sandwich, raw beef on rye, popular in Wisconsin. Health officials hate it, but history loves a rebel. Next time you take a bite, thank the Earl for his gambling addiction. Like and subscribe for more food history. Stay hungry.